I don't remember where exactly we picked off. Where did we leave off?
I think it was in week 3.
Absolutely no idea.
I think it was Saturday of week 3. I think we recorded it on a Saturday,
Okay.
didn't we?
Well, you know what? Because most of us haven't watched a lot of the games, I actually have a lot of articles. Well, not articles, but just a few.
Let me pull up the schedule.
I have a few tidbits
I haven't
of information. So, let's see. Anything do you guys remember though from at least the game that you did remember seeing? Okay, can we talk about first of all?
Fucking London.
Titans are gonna win everything.
London lost to Shanghai.
Oh, well, you know, Shanghai has a new roster.
That's true. Yeah. But still, you can't not.
You can't talk shit to me anymore.
Oh yeah,
London
see.
lost,
Yeah. So.
No, what? No,
The
my
Vancouver
my
Titans
favorite
have
team
lost
to
some.
watch right now is the Chengdu Hunters.
Because they don't play goats.
Because they don't play goats and they win.
It's funny. Oh my god,
Or they
dude.
almost win.
Fucking
They literally
Chengdu.
get close and then they just
No,
get
like
stomped.
people wrote off aiming as this like Hammond or like Orisa, like
Nah, he's
Hammond
been
Orisa,
awesome.
just
Hammond
hamster
Bacon
one
Jack?
trick, and then he comes, he shows up.
Have you hit recording yet?
Yes.
Have you hit record yet? You did hit record.
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining it.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
but
didn't know. What?
he shows up, right? Like, oh my god, like Jimu plays a lot of pharmacy, and then they just show up, and then he just goes toe to toe with Bumper. He got 30 Earth Shadow stuns that game compared to Bumper's 15.
I just
Like I remember someone comparing it to like a Pokemon where it's like the first generation of Ameng. It's like his moveset is just like Hamadursa. That's it. And then like and then you give him like the rare candies and he glows a little bit. And then bam, he pops out. Next evolution, he can play Ryan now.
But the thing I think like is like Ryan is a lot easier to play than Hammond and Orisa, and like it's a lot of nuances that are a lot easier to pick up if you just have a coach like watching you and telling you what to do. You know what I mean? And like maybe he didn't learn it that way, but first off, if he's playing main tank, he played Ryan at some point.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, that's true. No, I think their Rhine player, the Chengdu Hunters, their Rhine player, I heard like he was stuck in visa hell or something. Like he couldn't get his visa to come over, which is why aiming actually had to play something like that. I don't know the exacts, but like, oh my god, they almost beat. The Titans.
no.
Christ.
What
But they didn't.
Nick told when we were giving Nick shit about Boston losing to Shanghai, Nick said something that I completely agree with. He said that stage 1 doesn't count.
I'm completely disregarding.
Okay,
stage 1.
well,
I'm not gonna lie.
don't
Stage
tell
1 is
that.
just goat.
Don't tell that
Stage
to the
1 is
Valiant.
just- okay. Well, look. Stage one. It's basically if you can play goats,
you
then
guys
you're
are
fine.
just,
If you
guys
can't
are
play
just
goats, you're
disregarding
fine.
it because your teams are losing. Okay.
My team
This
is
is
in the
so
top
good.
8 to get
My
to the...
team thrives on being playing DPS.
What, Justin?
They
What?
couldn't.
No, it's just it's kind of funny. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. Like stage
It is
one
like
kinda
it's
doesn't
a bit
really
of a
matter.
random meta. Like even for me as an NYXL fan, like it's like it's not the most skill based. I get that it is,
No,
but it also
it's
isn't.
just right now it's the
Man,
3-3, and then
if
the
only
teams
there
that try
was
to
a
break.
way that we could have diverse games every time.
Oh, pick fan. Okay.
What?
Pick
What?
fans this time?
I would never say that.
You were literally just
would.
talking to me about the other
I
night.
mean,
how
yeah,
much we had pick
no,
fan system.
yes.
I don't. Okay,
I
listen.
would.
Ready? The team that gets 0 forward, the team that gets 0 forward by the Shanghai Dragons then almost beats the Titans. I mean, I don't know.
No,
It's so
Like,
confusing.
that's exactly what I mean. Like, it's almost like every single game, like.
But no, but the Chengdu Hunters to beat the
skill doesn't matter.
But to beat the Titans, the Chengdu Hunters didn't play all goats. I mean, they did play goats in some maps, but Jimu they ran a pharmacy. He just gives no fucks on the far. He just goes in, and then same thing with Ameng. Like people are like, oh, they can't play goats, and then they actually play goats and almost beat against the Titans. I don't know. It's just it's fucking ridiculous. And then Bumper, remember in the beginning how Bumper was like, I'm gonna 4-0 every team.
Yeah.
They
then-
immediately lost.
No. Wait, and then after the Chengdu game, they asked him. They asked Bumper, like, so how do you feel about now that you almost? They're like, you almost lost to like one of the worst teams. And then Bumper was like, well, at the beginning of the league, I thought that there might be some challenge, some competition in the league, but now I realize that it's just too easy, guys. And everyone's like, what? like you almost got defeated by what people considered a hamster one trick.
It's because
No, I'm fine with it though. It's just
Vancouver's
trash talk.
runaways. They're just coming from.
It's trash talk. I like it though. It's just it's some drama. It's fine.
Okay, so one thing that I do want to talk about is I want to touch on the standings right now and like where every team is placed and if you think it's accurate and has anything to do.
I mean, they
with
should be accurate,
fact-
right?
Huh?
I mean, that's what happened in the game, so technically it is accurate.
Shut up. No, but no. Do you think the standings right now are accurate, like an
Yeah.
accurate
Yes.
representation of each team's skill level, which I think is definitely not
Okay,
true.
well, Gladiators.
I'm saying
Gladiators are.
skill level. I'm saying skill level in this meta, not skill level.
That's
in
true,
general.
yeah.
Skill level with goats.
Oh, okay. Mark is
But-
looking at the Spitfire, saying, "Oh, my poor babies
No,
are
I'm not. I'm
14."
not just looking at the Spitfire, but like at like with the
Gladiators.
Fran.
Well, the Gladiators lost Fisher, so like I can see why they're so low.
Well, like I'm looking at Atlanta. DeFran, like you said, has some of the best tracking, if not the best tracking in the game. His
It's like-
Zarya tracking is like I'm thinking he's hacking because it's literally just like
But you're playing
going
in a
to
manner where
people,
you really don't need to aim. So his
Exactly.
tracking isn't as it's not used to its full potential.
Dallas has snuck up a little bit.
Yeah, they're 8th place. They're above the stage
The
playoff
uprising
cutout.
has snuck up a little bit.
Okay, Nick.
Toronto has been a little bit of a surprise, but when I've watched them, they've been very like put together.
Poor Valiant. I mean, I guess.
They
I mean,
fired their coach.
they did. I mean, the only good news is that they haven't been swept. I mean, like.
Also, with Valiant, weren't they having troubles with like Kuki versus Custa and who to
Yeah,
put
they
out?
benched Custa, which he's a very
They
vocal
benched
shot
Custa
caller.
because he was too smart for the team. He's
a-
too
like,
smart for
He's
goats.
super
His
vocal.
big brain plays.
Like, I don't know why they benched him. A lot of people, I mean, Twitch chats like free Custa. But I don't know. I don't know what's good. And that's like they might just go winless the entire stage, and that's a fourth of their season. That's a fourth of the season.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what they got.
Well, all right. So
Well,
let's just
that
start,
just means that there's more improvement for next season,
There
right?
you
Okay,
go.
wait.
so
I-
let's start at the top and then just go down. I guess. Like if we're gonna look at that, may as well.
Okay, well, we don't have to talk about the NYXL. They're the NYXL.
Yeah, NYXL is the NYXL. They've
Vancouver
changed
Titan-
a few
I
people.
think I've heard that they're pretty good at the game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
so what?
Just a little
Okay,
bit.
so
They
with-
just
and-
choke in the finals.
With the Titans, I kind of expected them to be up on top of the
No,
list.
I
They
wasn't
were-
sure because remember last year Seoul Dynasty, Lunatic High, people hyped them up so hard, and they flopped.
And
And,
they-
then so
Yeah, but that's different because they didn't play with big dick energy like Bumper does.
Bumper.
Okay?
Oh my god. Wait, okay. After this podcast, I need to send you guys a video called "Bumper Doing Bumper Things." He just gives no fucks. It's the best. Oh my, yeah. He's just the definition of playing with big dick energy. Like he just charges into. Oh my god. It's great. He's like basically suicidal.
No, but Vancouver, they just play goats so well,
Yeah.
and that's the meta that
And
they
I remember
crush
us-
everybody else.
Sideshow is like, dude, I swear the Titans are like, they're not like human. They're just connected in one like big hive mind. That's how they're so coordinated.
But like,
Well, that's how all Koreans are.
Oh, that's true.
let me look at all their
That's not
matches.
racist at all.
For Vancouver, Vancouver has, yep, all right.
Do you guys think that?
4-0, 3-2,
One-
3-1, 3-1, 4-0, 3-2. Like they've been pretty dominant.
I can't wait until they play against the NYXL in the Stage 1 playoffs.
Yeah, because
Like
they did.
that's gonna be
they
no.
didn't play on
they're not.
YXL
They're
in
not
stage
gonna.
one,
I
right?
don't think they're gonna meet each other until like Stage 3, which is a shame. Which
And by the time Goats is gonna be over.
yeah, goats could be. So
That's-
I'm really excited to see because especially like this Thursday, also on my birthday actually. This Thursday, the stage playoffs start, and I can't wait to see.
Yeah, and no, New York had. I mean, obviously they're at the top of the league, but New York had
They're-
arguably like.
They are doing so well. Like right now, Meko, and Nene. Right, so Where is yeah, Meko and Nene. So I have the top five just players in the Overwatch League in eliminations per 10 minutes and damage per 10 minutes. They're both in the top 5 for both those stats.
Mm-hmm.
Which is ridiculous. Like,
all right. So, but here's the thing: is Vancouver? Do you think when GOATS changes, do you think that they're going to consistently stay up at the top?
Yes, they were doing. Yeah, they were. I mean, they're really good in career contenders, and that was before GOATS became meta.
Yeah. I just.
You don't. I mean, yeah, they're in the Overwatch League for a reason. Do you? Okay.
I think I could see the Titans decreasing a little bit. I still think they're going to be a top 10 team, definitely top 8 team. But I think when the meta shifts, I think this is going to completely change.
And speaking of meta shifts, like, oh, sorry, go on.
I think there's certain teams, especially because with Baptiste, and so like there's two besides GOATS. There's like another sort of meta that's kind of developing underneath, which
Quad
is
DPS.
It's like triple or quad DPS with
Yeah.
one tank and either 2 supports or 1 support. And I think teams with amazing DPS like the Shock and the Rain. Oh, the MIXL are just the MIXL, so we're not gonna.
London Spitfire.
I honestly think the Spitfire are definitely gonna increase, while teams that are super relying on GOATS will have to decrease.
When is Baptiste hitting live? Do we
Okay,
know?
well, this is also a thing I want to talk about. Is that last year I think they did this awful, where like they came out with a new patch, but like it came out like a week before the stage ended, so they're like, shit.
They're like, I gotta wait till stage 3.
Like, remember Hanzo's Storm Arrows? They came out. I think the patch hit the live game. I think like 2 weeks before stage 3 started, but they didn't put it in stage 3. Like for the whole like month, there were their Storm Arrows, which is why I think they need to schedule patches so they come out before each stage. So which is why I think like stage 2 is gonna be played. Hopefully it'll be played entirely on the new Baptiste and all those little hero changes patch, because I feel like they want to kill GOATS as fast as possible.
Do you think Bunker is gonna come into play with the Junkrat buffs?
100%.
Especially with the Baptiste immortality field. I can't wait to see him play it.
The one thing that I want to say with regards to the new patch coming out, I think it could severely hurt Overwatch League if they don't have that patch on stage 2. Because
no one wants to watch GOATS for another stage.
Yeah, I personally am already getting sick of watching GOATS all the time.
You were sick of watching GOATS like when the meta came out. Like
pretty much.
It was cool for the World Cup, and now everybody's over it.
That's why I like watching Chengdu, because they're basically like, fuck that, we're gonna just do what we want.
Yeah.
And like Jinmu's Pharah has been fantastic. Like it's just so cool. You get to see these DPS players, and it turns out being pretty dominant sometimes.
Yeah,
like rolling over them.
Even if there's glitches, if Blizzard's like, oh, we're afraid of there being glitches or issues in the system, like I feel like people would still take that if there's no GOATS, you know?
100%.
Like people would be, it's okay, like don't worry about that. We just want a new patch because that's all. Like we just
Also, it's always super exciting. One thing that we haven't been able to see. We haven't really been able to see too much Ashe being played, and Ashe can be played in a really that's awesome to watch, but we haven't been able to see it.
Yeah.
One of the most exciting things has been it was on Hollywood when Defran did that jump over the roof on
It was beautiful.
point A it was like we saw it on Reddit, so we had to try it in game, and he just flew down from the heavens with a grab. Like that was awesome, but
that's definitely gonna be like. There's already so many iconic like Overwatch moments in Overwatch esports, like Flowers, Widow, in the World Cup, and
Flower in the World Cup period.
Yeah. There's
he's playing Widow. He's playing Junkrat.
Or like Pine's game on Ilios as McCree against the Outlaws. Like that, everyone knows that. Even before Overwatch League, like Kaiser's Shatter in Contenders, and there's a bunch of stuff.
C9.
Yeah, C9s. Oh, do you see Shanghai's C9?
No, I didn't.
That was terrible. Oh my god.
Nick, can you find the clip right now? Nick, find the clip.
Huh?
Wait, was it worse than that one Spitfire C9?
Oh yeah, it was awful. It was on Dorado. Nick, can you find that clip?
Yeah, you sent it to me, right?
Preston,
Maybe,
that
I don't
C9 was bad, but that was also like that wasn't a C9.
No,
that was like a
no. You're gonna see
It's a
this
back
C9.
cap.
You're gonna see this C9
But
by the Shanghai.
it was stupid.
No. This Shanghai was awful. This C9 was awful by the Shanghai. Like they just got the first victory playing against the Fuel, and then they pull off this. Oh my god. So Nick will hopefully pull that up to show you guys. But I wanna look at. So there's this Blizzard. There's this article. Blizzard confirms Overwatch League viewership up 30% compared to last year, which is nice. I mean, I kind of expected it.
It has a lot of potential.
I kind of expected it. So with more than 13 million unique viewers, the average minute audience was 440,000. Yeah, I don't think on Twitch streams, I don't think I've ever seen that viewership drop below 100,000.
Neither have I.
Which is really good. I think last year,
Even like at the lows of last season, like stage 4 got like really boring last year.
Yeah, I remember like even like stage 3, once the hype started to die down, I think we started to average around 60, 70,000 viewers. I mean, I get that it's still stage 1 for this season, but like the fact that it's
but
still
also
over
you
100.
added more teams, so
Yeah,
now more
a
people
lot-
from
Defran.
and more people from literally.
Who is it against? I forget who it was.
Dallas Fuel.
Bellsfield.
Just search Shanghai versus Fuel C9. It should show up.
Alright.
So that's that's good. I don't know if they'll add more teams next year. They probably won't add as many.
I don't. I think maybe they'll add 1 or 2. I don't think they're gonna keep expanding too much.
I know that they're planning to add away games. I think by either season 4 or season 3, because they're testing out away games at the end of this season. Like they're having a few games at Dallas Fuel at Dallas. They're having a few games in LA, which is I guess it's still near the Blizzard Arena, but it's in a separate.
Like at Barclays in New York or something.
No, they're having. I don't think they're having one in somewhere else.
What do you mean by away games though? Like different venues?
Yeah,
Yes.
so like
Setting up different venues.
if Fuel plays at like NYXL, you get to watch. Like they'll play at not the Barclays Center, but like probably somewhere.
But like
in New
they'll
York
play
City.
in New York.
Yeah, so teams will travel, which is a big step in terms of making it more like an official sports league. Which is,
Yeah.
of course, then it comes to issue like Seoul
I
Dynasty.
don't-
It's like how the hell are you gonna travel to Seoul? Like that's too much.
Well, my thing about that is like they also play so many games a week. Like that'd
There it
be
is.
so much travel.
Exactly. Yeah. Well,
Also,
okay.
they wouldn't be able to practice.
Yeah.
Like they all have their team houses in LA near the Blizzard Arena.
I
No, but
sent
Nick,
it
where's
in-
the timestamp?
It's I don't know how to timestamp it, so it's just at 1 minute 15 seconds.
1 minute 15. Go look at the video.
I know how to timestamp.
It's
now.
so bad. It's just look at it. Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
I think for home and away games, they should really do it by regions and only for playoffs. I think that makes the most
Ooh,
sense.
that wouldn't be bad actually. Yeah.
Oh.
I wish
Oh
though.
my lord.
Right? That's awful. Like it's not even a communication
Oh
error.
my-
it wasn't even a communication error. Like
You just straight up left the
like the
point.
break. Who was it? Was it Youngjin? Like it wasn't even a communication error because he was delegated to payload duty. Like maybe he just didn't think it was overtime. Like, come on, man. You can't do that.
That is bad.
So
That's
getting off of that, there's actually something I noticed. I just noticed it a little bit ago. I just want to looking at the standings, looking at each team's win-loss ratios. NYXL 7-0, the Vancouver Titans 6-0, Toronto Defiant 5-2, and then Philadelphia Fusion 4-2, 4-2, 4-3, 4-3.
Yeah, there are 4 teams that are 4-3.
And then there's
Yeah.
there's
3-3,
like,
3-3, another 4
or five-
teams.
another 4 or 5 teams that are right a game below them. So there's so many teams that are right next to each other. So the entire bottom half of the bracket that's going to make it in the stage playoffs could completely change.
Oh yeah. Which is, I mean, which is good. I don't know,
Also,
it's really cool.
did we have anybody undefeated by the end of stage 1 last year?
No.
By the end of stage 3, we had an undefeated champion.
Well, we had Boston Uprising as the only team to have an undefeated stage. So no.
Well, hold on. Let me look at. I'm gonna do
But
this.
they
I'm
were
gonna
also
look at
the
this.
first ones to
This isn't completely
the
accurate
Shanghai, so,
because there were 8 more teams added. But I'm gonna look at the people who were in stage playoffs last year throughout the stages and their records.
Well, Well, London reverse swept the NYXL in stage 1. NYXL reverse swept Fusion in stage 2. NYXL beat Fusion in stage 3, and then NYXL lost to Valley in stage 4.
No, NYXL.
Or did they reverse sweep in stage 2? I forgot which one. They reverse swept the Fusion in one of them.
No. So, stage 1 was New York, Houston, and London, and London won. Stage 2 was New York, London, and Fusion, I think London won,
No, what? NYXL won.
or NYXL won,
Don't get yourself.
and then stage 3 was Boston, New York, Valiant, and Gladiators. And New York, I think, beat.
they
York
beat Fusion, I think. No, they beat Boston.
Fusion wasn't in stage 3.
They beat Boston.
No, but it was Valiant versus Gladiators because remember it was the two LA It was the LA matchup.
Well, wait, why are you looking this up?
I'm just looking at it for just to see compared to this year.
Yeah, but why?
Well, why?
Just because I want to.
Okay.
But I thought you were leading somewhere. Okay, whatever. So
Content.
I have
Because
another.
I want to see the teams last year compared to how they are now, and
Well,
like, you
Valiant
see-
sucks.
No,
Gladiators
well
suck.
the expansion
Shocking.
teams have been pretty.
London sucks.
The expansion teams have been
And
pretty
guess
dominant.
What? The one team that couldn't play the meta in stage 4 last year can really play the meta now in YXL.
Yeah. What
I,
was the meta in stage 4 last year?
kind of goats,
It was-
but not goats.
Okay.
Libero was quoted saying a few weeks ago. He said that the skill difference between all teams have been getting smaller.
Well, yeah.
Definitely because the Overwatch League, like, and I think
Also, there are a lot more like kids coming into the league now.
Yeah. I think that because last year, and for the longest time, people thought South Korea was, like, you can't beat South Korea in Overwatch. But I think that this year, the 2019 World Cup, South Korea will win, but it will be closer. And then 2020, I think, will be the year that you might have it. I'm not saying it will happen, but there will be a chance that you can beat South Korea.
But there's potential.
Yeah, like, like there are teams that can beat South Korea in a sprint, for sure. But no one can beat South Korea in a marathon right now. Still, like people are like,
They're like the Kenyan marathon runners.
yeah.
I think
Just
the EU region
unbeatable.
has
It's
the
like
strongest
Preston in the
chance.
weight room. Unbeatable.
No,
Yeah,
that's
Justin?
just not true.
I think that the EU region has the strongest chance against South Korea, and some people would argue that it's hard for them because they can't get good scrims and whatnot over there. But I would think that they have the drive to do it compared to NA, where we have all the time in the world and all the matchups in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about this a lot with a lot of people too. And NA really doesn't have that competitive drive in Overwatch or FPSs in general. We always seem to be dominated by an EU or South America or South Korea region.
Mm-hmm.
But I think some probably France has the best shot.
Yeah, they have. I'm surprised. It's kind of sad they lost to Canada so early.
Well, so the thing about NA, notice last year, a lot of the stars in the Overwatch League, at least from the NA perspective, a lot of them were streamers, like Seagull, Mr. Overwatch for a while. Like this year, like you're seeing actual teams, actual talent. Like Dufresne getting into the Overwatch League was a huge big deal, but like these teams are now being known for like the Overwatch they're playing, not for like the one player who's like, oh, they're this streamer and they do this and this as well. So their popularity has to come in from different places.
Mm-hmm.
I think NA has a better chance of winning than Europe does, just because of like the sheer talent pool that NA has that Europe, like, yeah, France is really good, but Canada did beat them because they were the better team. I mean, because they had a bigger talent pool, it's a bigger country, but that's my take on it.
Mm-hmm. I wanna I just have another thing. I don't know when did this match happen. The Shock versus Justice. I don't know when that happened. I'm pretty sure the Shock won. But the Shock set a new record for the fastest Numbani attack.
Saturday, March 2nd, during week 3.
They set a record for the fastest Numbani attack. They pushed the payload all the way to the end in 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
But was it even Bastion strat?
I don't think. I think it was just.
What was the previous record?
Like 3 minutes, and it was like a few seconds faster. It wasn't that crazy, but
Well, a couple seconds faster is actually a
it
pretty good
is.
deal.
It is. Yeah. It's just but I can't wait for Baptiste to be played in the Overwatch. I really hope they play him. Oh, or do you think they'll do this? Do you think that they'll think for Stage 2, they'll move the patch, like all the mini hero changes, they'll push that patch live for sure. But do you think they won't include Baptiste, or do you think they will?
I don't think they'll put in
So do you think that they'll move all the hero changes to the to the Overwatch League patch, but they won't move Baptiste to it?
I don't know. I
think that's too. I think they can't.
It's too sudden of a change to have Baptiste
I haven't played
as well.
Overwatch in a while. He's not live yet, is he?
No.
No.
Yeah, so until he goes on the live game, like, there's no way that they'd put him in Stage 2. Like, he won't be.
So they will. So they'll move the hero changes to the Overwatch League patch, but they won't bring Baptiste.
Well, the hero changes are they live or are they still PTR?
No.
They're still PTR.
They're gonna come on. They're gonna come on live.
That's the thing. So if you push the Baptiste patch that gets pushed to the live game, is gonna have the Baptiste hero and all the hero changes. But the Overwatch League, do you think they'll pick just they'll just grab just the hero changes, not Baptiste?
I think all these hero changes are honestly gonna be really bad for Baptiste. Mainly just the boop change.
Yeah.
I think that's probably gonna be the worst one for Baptiste.
So what I think about that is, I honestly don't. If this is the case, and if Blizzard does really want to kill goats, I think they can't risk. I think they can't risk not putting Baptiste in Overwatch. Because I don't know if just a couple hero changes.
But here's the thing: does Baptiste he help or hurt goats?
I think he
helped.
Well,
No, Preston. Okay, sorry, Marco. Sorry to interrupt you, Marco. Hold your thought. But the reason I think it kills goats, is because you can't move Immortality Field, and the thing is,
you can use a Lucio to boop him out of it. You can use a whip to boop him out of it, and with the new boop changes, it makes it so that you can consistently boop them out of it.
Also, if a team, unless it comes up like at the perfect time, if it goes out even like a second or two early, a team can focus fire that thing down in like a heartbeat.
And all you need is another Baptiste.
No, so the reason I think it doesn't, the reason I think it doesn't help goats is because if you're on, like, I think it doesn't help goats because if you're playing with a Baptiste on the goats side, then all you can do is back up from the Immortality Field. Then the goats has to approach you. And if you're playing against goats in a bunker with Baptiste, then you have an Orisa, and around the Orisa, the biggest thing around the Orisa will probably be the Immortality Field. And if Orisa has an ability that doesn't let her get moved, then I think that the boops won't matter because she's going to be the one taking the brunt of the damage in an Immortality Field with Fortify up. Like, if she's a tank and her shield, I think if she's a tank that just sits there and is the core of the bunker, I don't think you're going to be able to overwhelm her because she's so sturdy. Especially with Immortality Field.
I just want to say, this is what Harsha said on the PTR patch. He's the coach of the Vancouver Titans. It's early to say anything definitively, but I think that the new patch has likely made goats ineffective. Combo plays can easily be countered by Baptiste, and those are big win conditions for goats teams. Additionally, the Lucio changes mean that goats won't be able to provide the same pressure as it did before, so newly buffed Junkrat can provide more pressure by rotating constantly and continuing to spam projectiles at goats. Overall, it might still be effective in some places, but I think the new balance patch has at worst made goats more counterable and at best destroyed the composition entirely.
Yeah, I doubt that it's going to be destroyed entirely, but it may make it more niche.
Yeah,
well,
like,
the thing is,
I don't know, because yeah, they nerfed Lucio, but they also gave him a buff because now it's a lot more consistent, right?
Yeah,
So it's.
Or maybe we'll see different variations of goats. Maybe we'll see the because of course, like, there are different. You can replace you can replace like the Brig for an Ana, or you can have a summon a Moira or something. Like, there are different variations that maybe we'll see happen. Like, maybe replace Zen with an Ana, or
best case scenario, it goes back to 2-2. Or
Yeah.
at least with one DPS, because the DPS are even though I'm not a DPS player, I
Yeah,
hate
I'm
to admit
actually
it, but
something.
the DPS is just the most fun to watch.
The
They're
most
the ones that I spend the
exciting-
most time on.
The
6
most exciting
DPS.
play for me to watch, maybe it's just because I play Widow, but it's like the crazy Widow plays that people have are just ridiculous to watch. Like when DM played Widow, I don't know if it might have been against London. I think it was. Yeah, it was because Prophet was on Tracer. When DM was playing Widow, just like he was just flexing on everyone because Bird Ring, their Widow specialist, wasn't in. Because why would they be? Who thought that they'd be playing DPS? Like it's goats right now.
Oh,
But it just makes it more exciting to watch across the board.
Sorry, are you done, Marco?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sorry. So another this is another reason that I just remembered about the reasons that I think this is gonna kill goats is because of Baptiste's ultimate. If you have high ground as a bunker comp, going up against goats, Widowmaker with other damage boosts can one-shot tanks. No amount of shield, like you can't fit an entire team of 2 gigantic tanks and 3 supports behind 1 Reinhardt shield.
And even if you have a Junkrat there spamming down the shield, Widow can literally just like touch you, and kill him immediately.
The tankiness of ghosts, the tankiness of the tanks in that situation doesn't help them because Widowmaker one-shots everyone anyways, and the shield is going to go down super quick. The defense matrix is the only thing that I think would save goats in that situation, but defense matrix doesn't last that long. You have the entirety of defense matrix to get and overwhelm the team that is on the high ground using Baptiste's wall.
I
Or get
wish.
cover and wait for the DM to recharge.
Or you could have or you literally just have an immortality field right there. Can't do anything about it.
Man, I wish they would just
Like, they
tell
can
us
shoot it
when
down,
the grand
but-
finals are, or where they are for that matter.
Well, they were at Barclays last year, right?
Yeah, but we don't know them this year. I wish they would just tell us,
Okay.
because then I could make
Actually,
plans to go.
Well,
No,
there's
no,
more
actually-
teams, so I feel like it's gonna be somewhere else.
But where
I mean,
else
New
would
York
you do
is
it? That's
obviously-
the biggest. That's like.
New York is like one of the biggest cities in the world.
South Korea.
Like, no.
No, okay.
Yes, let's do South Korea, even though it's a North American-based league.
So I have something to say about that as well. So for the away games that they're doing they're doing them during week 5, I think, of every single stage.
No.
Um,
wait, what?
Oh wait, no, not this stage. Never mind.
They're
But
doing it,
stage 2 it's
like
week
the-
4. Stage 3 it's week 5,
Wait,
and
really?
stage 4 it's week 5. Yeah, that's when the
Oh
away games
shit!
are.
You're right. You're right.
So, but all of those away games, none of them happen in New York. None of them do.
Atlanta Rain homestand. Oh, that's cool. Like it's like a based event.
Mhm.
That's cool.
So stage 2's is in Dallas. Stage 3's is in Atlanta, and stage 4's is in
Week 5.
is in LA for some reason. Even
Week
though
5.
That's where.
Well, it's the Valiant's home, so.
Well, it's that Valiant's home, but
If
But
the
it's just-
Valiant
it's
still
just-
they're
exists
literally
by
moving.
then.
They're literally moving less than an hour away.
Yeah, if the Valiant's not a dead team by then.
And
I mean,
New York
I'm
is
a London fan.
If
I'm
they're
saying
not
that,
like
so-
0-20.
With a new
New York
Shanghai.
is the
Do you think there's gonna be a new Shanghai this season?
Yes,
or no?
Valiant already.
no.
All right.
wait,
Well,
no,
beside
no.
Yes.
No,
There
it's
will not
goats.
be another
It
0
is
and 40
100%.
team.
It's 100% goats. The
Well, you
reason
can't go
Valiant's doing
0
so
and
bad
40.
is because of goats. I understand that they're not doing so hot right now, but I think once goats goes down, they will have a better time. They might not be insanely good, but I don't think they will be bad.
Well, with a coaching staff that benches Custa, I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, and
They don't-
they
they're
lost
just-
soon too.
because he's too smart.
They're looking for options that they can do to try to win games right now because they don't know what to do because goats is dumb.
Okay. So Nick, what were you getting at?
Okay, so all of the away games, none of them are in New York, which is the biggest city
So
in
you think
the
they're
country.
saving
If
the
they're-
grand finals?
Yes, I think that they're
Yeah,
going to go back.
I
to,
think,
I think
like,
they're going to go back to New York
I
for the
think
grand
it's a
finals
safe.
because
I
there's
think it's a
nothing else
safe
there.
bet, but at the same time, it's like I want to know for sure because like I want to go. I didn't go last year and I kind of regret it. If they have it in New York again, I want to go. But it's like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just want to know.
Well, it's just also last year, with New York being like arguably throughout the season the most dominant team. Well, obviously the other teams had spikes, but New York was one of the most consistent until stage 4 when they didn't feel like playing Overwatch anymore. Like it made sense to be in New York, like home of the New York Excelsior, like the best team in the Overwatch League. But like It's gonna be North America.
Because if they were gonna do something out of country, they would have made the away games somewhere out of. Like they wouldn't do them all in the United States and then just decide to go out of country for the grand final.
Yeah.
Well, Dallas is city, and no, they're never gonna leave America. But Dallas is in the south. Then we got Atlanta, which is in the east, and then we have LA, which is LA West Coast. So does that mean they're gonna have it in a more centralized location, or are they gonna just bring it back to New York?
I think Atlanta's far away from New York to not consider them super
No,
close.
wait.
No, Atlanta's on like the.
Huh?
What happened?
Hmm?
What?
Where'd Carrie go?
What?
What?
There was one?
No. So what I was saying
Content.
Shut up.
No. What I was saying was Atlanta I think is far away because they're in the southeast coast. So it's like they're on the southeast coast.
I know. They're like right next to Florida.
Yeah. So
But-
I think that it's far enough away
Yes,
where
Atlanta is in Georgia.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's far enough away where the
confirm.
millions of people in New York City would want to have, especially the
Just
tons
like
of them that
it's
watch
just
Overwatch.
New York is one of the pinnacle
No,
destinations.
you have
of
it
the
in New York
entire
City.
world.
Period. There's
Like-
there's like nobody like you have all the regular season games in LA, and you have the grand finals in New York City. Like, why else would you change that?
I just think in total they should give more seats. They just
No.
have more seats that were
No,
available.
why Atlanta? Who like even like people out like people like where's Atlanta? Like for people like
It's in Georgia, Carrie.
no, I know, but for like the Korean fans who watch the Overwatch League, for like a lot of the European who watch the Overwatch League, they're gonna be like, oh, New York City, oh, I know where that is. But like Atlanta, I bet you
Yeah,
they'll have
New
to be like,
York.
where the fuck is Atlanta?
Well, it just doesn't make sense to basically not have it in New York.
Yeah, it's so big.
So
It's
I-
like, and
I
also
don't know.
you can invite like I know they didn't do. I know I get the cringe from DJ Khaled last year, but it's like if you ask an artist to perform at the Overwatch League Grand Finals in New York City, they might go it. But if you tell them it's gonna be in Atlanta, like,
Then just get Migos.
Shut up, Preston.
Problem solved.
Okay, so but there's one thing I know you guys didn't get to go, but you guys were probably watching the stream of the finals. But so I was there and it was jam packed.
Yeah.
I think if they wanted, they would make even more.
Barclays
more money.
fit 20,000 people for that, was it?
They used about 3/4 of the Barclays Center. They actually didn't use all of it.
there is that shot that's still in my mind of that shot where they push out into the stadium and you can just see the whole crowd filled. Do you guys remember that shot?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god,
think
that
they
like
can
that's iconic. Like oh my god, it was awful.
So okay, so the Barclays
Not
Center
awful. Why did I say awful?
can hold All right, so the Barclays Center can hold 19,000. For basketball, it seats 17,000.
Well-
Hockey, 15,000. Then for concerts, it seats 19,000.
Well, why
So
don't we
I'm
look
pretty
up?
sure
We'll look
that
up the attendance for the Overwatch League.
All right.
It was less than that because they didn't use the whole stadium.
Yeah.
They cut off one of the ends of the basketball court.
It
part
had around 11,000 fans there, but
Mhm.
still, like for Overwatch, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, but
Here's the thing, though. Will they fuck it up this year and put DJ
No.
Khaled
Okay.
again?
Okay. Listen. I mean, they fucked it up, but it's like, do you see people going, oh, I hated the Overwatch League Grand Finals going there just because of DJ Khaled, not because of the entertaining Overwatch League games. Like, I get that it was cringe, but most of it was just to get publicity, especially when, like, at the time when Drake played Fortnite, people were all over that. Just the fact that DJ Khaled went to perform at the Overwatch League, I get that. Like, it wasn't like Overwatch League. It's not their target audience for DJ Khaled's music, but just getting a big name title, out there, that was just their goal. Especially for the first ever, and like the whole tagline of the Overwatch League Grand Finals was like "Make History." So, like, what were you saying, Justin?
I was gonna say this year they should just get Porter Robinson to come in.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad.
Because I think they kind of like, I think Blizzard learned that it was like, oh yeah,
You know who should
Yeah.
host the grand finals? Who should be
Oh,
the
no.
MC for the event?
No.
XQC.
No, they would never
Oh,
do that.
actually?
As
Yes.
cool as it would be, they would never. XQC and plus XQC would never do. He
Yo,
would
somebody
never
win with
accept.
him. Let's go, dude.
He would never accept either. They asked, and I remember Blizzard asked XQC to I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was for. They asked XQC to do
Streaming at
something.
BlizzCon.
Yes, they invited him to come down to the BlizzCon HQ to stream there, because they invited a few of the streamers like Iman and Fran and whatnot to come down and stream. They asked XQC. He said, "Nah, I don't want to do that." Just for because he wanted to stand by the fact that he didn't play Overwatch. He was kind of like on an Overwatch like strike, I guess, and so he wanted to stand by that. And so I don't think even if they asked him to host the grand finals, they won't ask him. He'll say no. Like, plus that's something that it's a lot. Like even though like you probably know that everyone out there loves you and it's like a big event that but it's still kind of a big thing that you have to do. I don't think they should do that though. Having a host would just be kind of weird.
No, I know.
Plus, it would set the precedent that you would have to find a new one every year.
Yeah. Hey, at some point they could just get Dwayne Johnson to come in. What
Will
big
Smith.
celebrities support
Will
Overwatch?
Smith to be yeah.
Actually, no. T-Pain plays Overwatch.
He does.
Yeah, but he's not relevant, so.
Terry Crews comes out.
Yes.
Hey, he built a gaming PC with his son.
He did.
Yeah.
All right. Any other Overwatch League related stuff besides who we want to host Overwatch League finals?
No,
No, I want
okay,
Will Smith.
I have a question that it just kind of popped into my mind. It's kind of obscure, but it's like, do you think that Overwatch League players have taken names from future Overwatch heroes? Like, I know it's very unlikely. Like, for example, let's say like a pro player is coming into the scene, and let's say this is before Ash came out, right? And so like, what's your name? Oh, I'll name myself Ash, right? And Blizzard's like, fuck. Well, we can't name our new hero that. Like, I know it's probably unlikely, and it's probably something they won't talk about, but it's like, do you ever think that happens?
No.
Like they want to name a new.
Gary, the next hero is gonna be Bumper. It's just gonna be a pinball.
Like I don't. It's like it's probably never happened, but it's like it'd be kind of interesting if they're like, oh, here's our new, welcome to our new Atlanta Reign tank player. This guy, and like, shit, that was the name of our new hero. What do we do now? Or it's like,
Okay, well,
they send
I
a
feel
message,
like-
hey, want to change your name? Because. Like,
Well,
I
if
don't
it's
know.
like an ordinary name, kind of like Ash. Like Ash is not a uncommon. Like I feel like Ash is not an uncommon gamer tag.
But like a lot of the Overwatch heroes, you could see them being like Baptiste. Like I don't know, maybe it's like
Wait, Carrie,
it's not a stretch.
Are any of the matches today like?
Not very good. I looked at them. It's not the most.
No, well, do any of them matter?
Let's check.
Like-
We'll see.
Well, the Paris Eternal.
Actually, wait. If Atlanta wins today, I think they knock Dallas down.
And I think if the Fusion lose to the Eternal, then I think that'll definitely swap them as well.
Oh wait, Atlanta Reign and Houston Outlaws played today. They're 9 and 11th on the standings.
Where's?
So that would be a good one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably a really unlikely thing.
Well, look, Washington and Florida doesn't matter, and Vancouver and actually no, Guangzhou doesn't matter. I think they do.
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou, the Ching Chong Charge,
We
people,
can't
ladies
say
and
that.
gentlemen.
Wow, you
Ching
can't
Chong
Okay.
say
Charge.
that's not okay. You can't
That's
say
not
that.
okay.
The Fusion Eternal game I think matters a little bit, but the Rain Outlaws game matters the most.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, they're like one spot difference on the ladder. So that's gonna be a big one.
No, but for Charge versus the Titans, if the Charge win,
They go up. Well, it depends
Yeah,
if the
well-
Atlanta Reign win though.
no,
That's
well
also-
look, it's right. Those four teams right there, Atlanta, the Charge, because sorry, Carrie, Houston and Paris, if they win, they can really mess up the bottom of the bracket right now.
Oh yeah, and that actually might kick that might kick
can
the
knock-
uprising.
That can
That might
knock
kick the
Dallas
uprising
and
too.
Boston. Well, because look, when it comes to map differential, if Atlanta 4-0s today, then they're gonna be bumped up above the Shock,
And that'll bump down the fuel.
and that'll bump
then
fuel out of it. If
the Outlaws and the Paris Eternal can't make it, but if the Outlaws say something 4-0 or 3-2, their differential is going to go up 3, which will also bump the fuel out. So if both of those teams win today, that could bump up the uprising and the Dallas fuel.
Man, I'm so happy we don't have school tomorrow. Like, can we just appreciate
Same.
that? Can we just appreciate it?
Same. Bless up. I have to do 30
But actually,
pages of
okay,
playing
one more
tomorrow.
thing. The stage playoffs. There's a completely new format because we now have 8 teams.
So is it 2 games on each side of the bracket, then a semis, then the finals?
I
Or-
think so.
I think, yes.
Yeah, there's at the bottom of the page. If you're looking at the standings page, you can go to the
It's
bottom.
$500,000. The stage playoffs.
What the fuck?
Last year, it was
Wait, where
not.
did you see that?
It was 100,000.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
not
where'd you
that
see
much
that?
last year in the stage playoffs.
Well, you also, Carrie, you also have
More money.
you also have 8 more teams, which
Yeah.
is 8 more teams worth of investments.
So $500,000.
And
Jeez.
just remember, more money, more problems. So
There you
Okay, so yeah, the stage playoffs is
Okay,
yeah.
so
it's-
I can't watch the semis on the 23rd. That's pretty awesome.
Haha.
I can watch. I
The
can't
finals
watch the
though,
finals
Sunday.
though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can watch those.
Gonna throw
Unless
down.
I'm working. Unless I'm working.
all right.
Okay. So that was 46 minutes. That wasn't bad at all. Or
Except
however
we
long.
weren't really talking about Overwatch.
I'll be honest. Yeah.
Yes.
I need Mark Ass Brownlee to host the Overwatch League Finals.
I need Preston doing the.
Speaking of Overwatch, can we play some Overwatch? I haven't played Overwatch.
fuck yeah,
in forever.
dude.
God. Okay.
I've
Fine.
been playing Overwatch
Might six stack.
for some time.
Might six stack. Who knows?
Drew,
I
wait.
can get Moss on if you want.
No. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay. No. Okay. Well, let's end this podcast first. Okay.
Oh. It
You
wasn't
didn't end it
on?
yet?
What's the ending question?
No, we're gonna have to put our top meme host for the Overwatch League.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to think. I'm telling you, Will Smith,
Ah,
biggest
no.
meme.
No, you know who I.
suck. You're
Jeff
a fuck.
Kaplan. Remember Jeff Kaplan just walked. He's like, "Hey guys,
No.
this is Jeff from the Overwatch."
Marco had a great idea.
Oh,
I want Will Ferrell to host it with his like big ass diamond Ned Flanders chain. That's what I want.
Wait, so are we six stacking?
Maybe. Okay, hang on. No, I actually have one more thing
Well,
that I
Are
have.
we gonna play goats?
6-stack video? 6-stack
No, okay,
video?
listen. One more thing. Listen, I remember because Notch created he created Minecraft, and so he was like the head of the development team, and for the longest time, like everyone loved him as the creator of Minecraft, and then he sold it to Microsoft, right? And then after a while, right, a lot of people weren't happy with the direction Microsoft was taking with the game, and so I remember one tweet specifically where like at Notch, like please come back to Minecraft, and so you can like save Minecraft because Microsoft is ruining the game, and Notch replied saying, "No, I don't want to be blamed for ruining the game again because like before he sold the game, a lot of people complained that Notch is ruining the game, right?" And I'm thinking about this with Jeff because a lot of people are complaining about goats and like Briggs overpowered, and some people are like, and I know like some people like just are like, Jeff, like come on, man, and like imagine if
He
he,
can't change that. Well, I mean, he could.
yeah,
if
but
he
it's like,
put out
what if like
are
I'm just
announcing a pick ban system. But
no, I'm just
I
thinking
mean,
it's like what if
I would never say
at
that.
some point, what if like Jeff leaves the game or whatever, or what if like because like some of the community is turning against Jeff, which is a damn shame. But like imagine some people are like, come back, Jeff, please come back. He's like, no, I don't want to be blamed for ruining the game again. You know what I mean? Like imagine, I don't know, just something I kind of was thinking about. But okay.
Okay.
I personally
First
think
off, where the hell? Sorry.
no, we're done. We're done. We're
Is it
done.
bad if I'm using my super writing portfolio as a footrest?
No. That's
Damn
the
it.
only thing it's good for.
That's
Yeah,
where it
fuck
belongs.
that.